Hello, everyone. Welcome to Result Report. Here today, we're going to be talking about the NBA playoff predictions. I know it's day 2, but I'm still going to be going with the picks that I have, and if they changed, which I'll tell you if they did change, then I will just talk about that and what I think about that. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, to start, I'm just going to go based on 1 versus 8 to 7, 3, 6, 4, 5 in that order, starting with the East. So, Pistons Magic. If the Hornets were playing the Pistons, I might say Hornets would get 2 games, but I would go Pistons in 6 if it was that series because of Charlotte's offensive firepower and team chemistry can I feel like keep them in games, but like I still think Detroit would beat Orlando in 5 or 6 without Cade Cunningham. So I'm going to go Pistons in 4 for this series. Next one in the West, we've got OKC against the Suns. Forget it. Thunder in 4. Like, easy pick. Celtics against the 76ers. As much as I love what Philly has done with VJ Edgecombe and Joel Embiid being healthy, Tyrese Maxey, I love that for them, but they're just not good enough. Celtics in 4. Spurs against the Trailblazers. Now, I think Denny Avdia is very versatile, like a great star, hard to defend. They're a very deep team. Like they've got like role players they can use, like Shaden Sharp. Scoot Henderson's defense continues to get better, and that might be able to save them. But I think the Spurs will get this done in 5 games, but I don't think it'll be easy. I think they'll have to fight to get a few of those. So San Antonio in 5. Next one, Hawks and Knicks. The Hawks have really good wings like Jalen Johnson, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, who should be the most improved player, Dyson Daniels, players like that. However, the Knicks just are better. They have better players. Who like you can name like one All-Star on the Hawks, and he's kind of like stat pad. Like he's not as effective as his stats might show. So I'm going with the Knicks in 6 for this one. Hawks should give him some trouble, but I'm going with the Knicks because they have more star power on their team, and that's going to propel them. Nuggets against the Timberwolves. I'm going Nuggets in 6. Again, this one's supposed to be like the series of a lifetime, awesome first round series. Yes, but the Nuggets have Nikola Jokic, who is the best player in the world. Don't even try to come at me with SGA. Jokic is much more impactful in this series. They're able to rest him now, Jonas Valanciunas. They've been playing really well. Jamal Murray in the playoffs is a beast. I'm going with the Nuggets because T-Wolves have got to work on their interior defense. And then Cavaliers and Raptors. Now, I think Cleveland, I was leaning on saying like Cavs in 7 was what I was saying earlier. Then when I think deeper about it, like Donovan Mitchell will show up for Game 7, but will James Harden? And he's a very big part of their offense. If he doesn't show up, they struggle. And he does not show up in Game 7s. So because of this, I'm going Raptors in 7. Yes, I know the Cavaliers kind of crushed them, but the Raptors just shot horribly in the third quarter. So I'm going with the Raptors. They learned from this in Game 1. I think they'll do better. Then the Lakers and Rockets. I was saying Rockets in 6. Everyone thinks the Rockets are going to win, right? Then Durant comes out. He doesn't play. And they still lose by 9, I think. I don't even know what Durant would have done to help them. Like their team chemistry is so bad, and they're just not connected. The Lakers are. LeBron James can turn into a number 1 option if he needs to. He just didn't need to during the season when Luka and Reeves were playing. I am going to say Lakers in 6 because they're supposed to get Luka and Reeves back maybe by Game 5 or 6. Like, Rockets, y'all need Game 2. And I think they need a 3-2 lead, a 3-1 lead. Like, because they're just not as good as the Lakers are. And the Lakers will have their star players back. So, Rockets, a few must wins coming up. And even that, would they be able to hold on to a 3-1 lead? We know all the chokes they've done in the regular season. Then we get to round 2, OKC against the Lakers. They really struggled. The Lakers really did poorly against OKC this year. Like, it was bad. OKC in 5 because I think maybe the Lakers will get 1, but OKC in 5 for that one. Pistons and Raptors. I think the Pistons experience from last season, and now they have more depth, However, they're going to need to make sure that they have their role players step up. We really saw that they aren't terrible when Cade Cunningham was out. So Pistons and 6 for this one. Celtics and Knicks. This time I think the Celtics, JT will be healthy as long as something awful doesn't happen again. That'll help them go in 6. Nuggets and Spurs. The Nuggets experience here will help them. That's why I'm going with Denver, but in 7. Now, everyone is saying that once they get to OKC in the conference finals, because they just got exhausted, they will have nothing left in the tank against the Thunder. I don't necessarily think that's true. Last season, they just got so close to beating them until an injury for Aaron Gordon in Game 7. And who knows what would have happened there. OKC is good. They're great. But I think the Nuggets will get them this time. And I'm going Nuggets in 6. I hope I'm right. But if I'm wrong, then I will not underestimate OKC again. Boston against Detroit. I think I'll go Boston in either 6 or 7. I don't know. Probably 6, though, because I don't see them losing a closeout game at home. Look, with Jason Tatum, there's no doubt that they are the best team in the Eastern Conference. And lastly, the NBA Finals, Nuggets and Celtics. I'm going with Boston in 6. I've changed my finals pick. Just the Celtics are so good that with Tatum back better than when he left. And they were down 3-1 to the Knicks, but they could have easily won that series with him. They could have won another title last season. But I think they really learned with him out, how to play without Jason Tatum. And they had a lot of players get better, like Keita, for example. They have Nikola Vucevic now. They did have to trade Simons, but the Celtics definitely got so much better, and the coaching is unbelievably good. Going Boston to win the championship. But thank you so much for watching. You should tell people, share this video, and I will see you later. This is the Result Report.